What is up, everybody, and welcome back to LeJeune Outdoors. Today we got a quick little unboxing slash first impressions video for you guys today of some Latitude gear that I got for saddle hunting. Before we get into that, we did some smallmouth fishing the other day. It didn't go quite as planned, but we caught one really nice one, so I'll show you that clip now. That's a real nice one. There's a nice one. Only one we caught today that was nice. Alrighty, welcome back, and we'll get into this really quick. This is going to be pretty quick because the mosquitoes are eating me alive. But I got the Latitude profile platform, and I got the Latitude carbon climbing sticks. I'm really excited about this stuff. I started saddle hunting last year. I'm no expert by any means, but I started on the Grit by Tethered sticks and the XOP platform, but this year I wanted to get something a little slimmer, a little bit more lightweight, and I think after a bunch of research I have found the perfect solution. So we'll get right into this. The Latitude profile platform is 13 inches by 12.5 inches. And as you can tell, it is super thin. It all folds down together, which makes it really nice for packing up. And it is claimed to be 3.8 ounces, and that is without the attachment system. But I brought a little scale out so we could weigh it. I'll set that out of the way. And then I got the carbon climbing sticks. I'm really excited about these two because one thing is, even though they kind of clank together a little bit, they sound like rattling sticks. They don't sound near like metal. They're really not that loud compared to metal. Those sticks are crazy loud, even though I deadened them with some stealth stripping, which I didn't do a great job, but they're still crazy loud. And if you do not stealth strip them, they're just insanely loud. But these really are not bad at all, even without stealth strips. I probably will eventually stealth strip them, but probably not right away. The other thing I got is I got a single step aider for 3 of the sticks, and they have these cool little strips that go on these tops. They're like a sandpaper, but they are glow in the dark, so you can see your step as you're climbing in the dark and as you're climbing down, which is pretty awesome. They do pack together really nice and tight, and the attachment system to hold them together is pretty decent. I've seen some pretty cool options on YouTube of other guys did that I will probably do to make these a little bit more tight together and they stay together a little bit better, but I will do that in the future. But first impressions, I'm really excited about this gear. I think it's going to be incredible. One, it's going to save me a ton of weight. I could already tell even before putting on a scale, but I brought a little scale out just to kind of show you guys kind of the difference, how much weight it is going to save. So we'll start with this stick. Sorry, it's kind of getting dark, but this is the Latitude stick and the attachment system, and we're looking at 1 pound, about 3 ounces. So that is pretty good. I think it is claimed to be 19 ounces or something like that, so that's pretty much dead on. And we will go with this Grit stick now just to show you the difference. And it's looking at almost just under 2 pounds. 1 pound, 15.5 ounces. So that's going to save me about a pound per stick. Really close. And I always carry 4 sticks, so it's about 4 pounds it's going to save me just in sticks. Now we will do the profile platform. Get it on there, the attachment system, and it is running right around 4 pounds, if you could see that, which is crazy light. And we will throw this XOP on there real quick. If you can see that, it is running right about 5 pounds, 13 ounces, 12.5 ounces. So that's gonna save me about 2 pounds. So overall, I'm gonna save about 6 pounds in this setup, and a ton of, it's gonna narrow everything up quite a bit. Because if you look, one, set that profile platform down, I'd say that's every bit of 3-4 inches of difference between these two platforms as far as thickness goes. And then if you stick all these Latitude sticks together, stick them like that, I'll get these attached back together. This attachment system to hold these together is pretty good, but these things are a little janky with the attachment system. But if you can see how thick those are, and I'd say this, every bit of us 2 sticks thickness difference than that, which is crazy. And this is kind of hard to get on your pack and get hidden and out of the way so it ain't catching on branches and everything. This one is super light. It doesn't even feel like you're really handling anything, and I had this on backwards, and it is so narrow compared. They stack so tight together. There's not, like with these ones, there's a big gap in between each one because of the attachment system. These ones, there's no gap. They stack all tight together like that. So that is about it. If you guys want some more in-depth videos, there's tons of them on YouTube. I might get into a little bit more in-depth video if you guys want me to. Get these on a tree, climb with them. That's one thing I haven't seen, and I'm curious, is how these are with this big part, because you don't have a whole rung to grab onto like a normal stick. I'm curious how that is. I haven't really seen anybody, I've heard people talk about it, but nobody really show as you climb, and I'm curious how that is. So I'm gonna check that out. If you guys want to see that, I will do that video. And I'm excited to get this on a tree and see how this sucker bites in. One thing I can tell you is all these teeth on here are sharp as a razor, so it should bite in really good. I'm excited because I did love this setup last year, all aside from the weight. One thing is, once you get it locked on and you're in it, it feels really good. I'm hoping that's the same with this stuff. Another feature I forgot to mention really quick before we close this video out, because I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, is on the profile platform, it has this little bit of an angle where your feet sit, and I have a foot injury, so I think that is going to help out a ton, and for long sits and stuff like that. So that is about it for today. If you guys want me to do a little bit more in-depth video, comment down below. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I will link everything in the description. Like I said, this platform was $209. These were $267 for the 4-pack when they were on sale. When they're not on sale, I'm not exactly sure what they are, but they were 20% off. So check them out. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time.